Josh, the Dungeon Master, for our mostly 5th edition D&D campaign, It Gets Worse. Oh, it's been a couple of weeks. With us tonight are plural. Jenny playing Galena, the blue-scaled dragonborn monk. Mary playing Almania, the former blue dragonborn bard, now ravenfolk sorcerer. It's a long story. And Beth playing Shoji, the, oh my god, used to be half-elf. Oh my god, she's a necromancer. Now, the Revenant, the race and the class. She has been sent back until her task is done. So, that's me, that's the characters. Let's get back into when we last left our heroes. When we last left our heroes, you had mostly recovered from the fight at the cultist warehouse, rested up, and honed your skills. You then set out to gather information before making your next big move, and to that end, infiltrated the council district to make contact with Shoji's familiar, which you left in Samvelheims' house before Shoji died. And has since been watching Samvelheims' movement and gathering information. You made it across the city without trouble, scaled the city wall from the inside, made it into the surrounding wilderness without setting off any alarm, and sought a suitable place to climb the Acropolis upon which the council district rests. As you looked for such a place, you heard voices coming from the river, creeping close enough to hear but not see clearly. Vera identified a number of small creatures milling about, scuffling, generally going about the process of resupply or setting up camp. You weren't really sure. Vera did not stay long enough to determine. Seemed like they were just off to the side, not related to your mission. Although the language they were speaking was familiar. The party continued on, and after Shoji scaled the cliff, setting anchors every 25 feet or so, the party descended into the fog-blanketed interior of the council district. No ordinary fog. The party got turned around several times and were attacked by some sort of mist that tried to drain the life from Vera, but which you destroyed in short order. You found a grove of trees, and after realizing that none of you knew what an ash tree was, you set about stripping the bark of just all of the trees that were within reach that you could get your hands on in about 10 minutes. Eventually, you did successfully make it to Samvelheims' estate after several hours, where you made contact with Shoji's familiar and learned that there's going to be a party at Samvelheims starting at 6 in the evening on the 3rd of Resistance. All of the nobility and merchants of 2nd class and above are invited. And you also learned something about Samvelheims' habits. He is only visible for about 4 hours a day. At night, he is somewhere outside the house. In the morning, he reads obsessively for those 4 hours in one of the large rooms to the back of his estate. And then he disappears into an interior room that the familiar could not get into and remains there until nightfall. During your egress from the council district, Vera occasionally heard a scuffing sound as of metal on stone, and you hurried back to the wall to leave, but after, I think, Almania, Damia, who is with you, and Galena started to descend the rope, 2 of Samvelheims' heavily armored guardsmen dropped their invisibility, grabbed Vera and Shoji, hurled them off the 100-foot-high walls, and then each released a lightning bolt straight down the rope at everybody holding on. Almania managed to counterspell one of them. The other one dealt 37 damage to Almania, Damia, and Galena, except Galena, you only took 18 because you're blue dragonborn. And that's where we left off. So, if I could get everybody to real quick, please roll initiative. We're going to kick this one off with a bang.
God, I'm scared. Okay.
Oh, Galena is not going first. Sorry, I should wait until hopefully you're winning before I mock you guys. All right.
Am I allowed?
Go ahead, Choji.
Am I allowed a reaction while I'm falling? Can I like try to grab and make them fall too?
You might be able to use a reaction not to grab onto the wall. You are already in free fall.
Oh, okay.
All right. Vera rolled high. Apparently, when I roll for her, that's okay. And who was the second one for? Oh, Damia. Damia rolls low. Okay, and the knight. Oh, also quite poorly. Are you guys seeing my rolls?
Yeah, just so you know, we can see your rolls.
Oh, whatever.
Nice.
All right, so I need an initiative bonus from them. And we'll launch into it. Okay. All right, anybody 20 or above? That would be Vera. Okay. Then 15, anybody above 15? Looks like Almania.
Mm-hmm.
Anya. Above a 10. Okay. All right. Vera is up first. Does anybody want to run Vera, or are you guys okay with me running her?
You're welcome to run her.
Okay. Vera's falling through the air. Where's Vera? There she is. She has so many things. Yarn's not going to help. Potions. Nope. Nope. Cool. Vera's going to fall. Somewhere I have a calculation, actually, how far you fall in 6 seconds. But we'll deal with that in a second. Moves to Elmania. You are up.
Okay. What do I see?
You're on the rope, and according to the order from last time, if Damia, so you're in the middle. So Galena is just above you on the rope.
Okay.
Damia is just below you on the rope. And at the top, you can see both of the knights kind of leaned over with their hands extended towards you guys. One of them just fired off lightning, and you managed to stop the other one from doing the same.
Okay.
And two heavy-ish objects, one of them much larger than the other, just went past you.
Okay.
How far? That's about all you see in the light from the lightning. You have dark vision because of your magic stone that you got from the Minotaurs. Okay. In that case, you could identify that Vera and Shoji just plummeted past you guys and are in free fall.
Okay. How far down is the ground?
100 feet. For you, like 90.
Okay. I have spent a handful of times using my wand of web. I was wondering, do I because I've spent all this time doing all these things with my wand of web? I was wondering, do I know how much weight the webs can carry?
Oh, what a great question. Ooh.
Because there's difficult terrain.
Okay. You conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range. The web fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses, such as walls or trees, or layered across a floor, wall, or ceiling, the conjured web collapses on itself and the spell ends at the start of your next turn. Web layers have a depth of 5 feet. Each creature that starts... Okay. You've never really tested the strength of the webs.
Okay.
You have seen it. I guess the most significant thing you've seen them do is it can fully restrain one of those huge 4-legged reavers that came busting out of the warehouse the other day. It can fully restrain them for at least a moment.
Okay. I feel like that's a pretty good indication that it can withstand some damage. Like it can withstand some force.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull out my wand of web, and I'm going to cast the grass.
Okay, you're gonna need to say that again. You skipped over.
I'm going to cast the spell on the ground below us, on the floor, on the ground floor below us. So it has a 5-foot depth.
So the range on the spell is 60 feet.
Okay. Can I shimmy down with my, like, using my movement?
If you would like to unhook yourself from the rope, you may, because you need to get past Damya, who's below you.
Okay. Let me check this just 1 second. How fast are they falling? Will they fall in 6 seconds and hit the ground?
Well, now you're gonna make me go find the thing.
Yes. I'm gonna make you do math, Josh.
No, you're gonna make me go find math that I've already done.
Great. I'm gonna make you look up math.
I just have to remember what to find it. Should be in here. So they've certainly fallen. I know this. They've certainly fallen more than 60 feet because amongst slow fall means their max fall speed I think is 60 feet, which does not damage you. So it is more than that.
Okay.
How important is your question?
I want to know, if I use my action to do something else this turn, would they hit the ground and die?
I see. That is an important question.
Just a little, just a wee bit.
How fast does a body fall in 60 seconds? If anybody has kinematic equations memorized and could do some math for us real quick,
I used
that'd be
to,
awesome.
but I've been out of college for
They
10
assume
years.
that wind resistance is negligible. Jenny?
I just said I used to. Like, that used to be my homework every day when I was getting my physics degree, but...
All right, let's
Cool.
see.
You know what? Elmania, roll an intelligence check.
How do we skip over things? We see how smart people are. Just straight intelligence.
Great intelligence.
18.
18. There is a chance that you could, if you, there is a small chance.
That does not fill me with, peace, but okay. So if I unclip myself and I get down past Damia, how far down can I get?
Probably about 15 feet.
Okay. And the ground is 100 feet down from me or from the top of the wall?
The ground is about 90 feet from you. Here we go.
Okay. How far can I jump in general?
I mean, if it's just if it's a like a running jump, I think it's equal to your strength score.
So 1 foot?
No, your strength score, not your
Oh,
modifier, your score.
okay. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Can I dash and get down further?
Oh dear. Yes, if you use your action, you could get down 30 feet.
Great. I'm gonna do that because then on my next turn, I can cast web.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a quick acrobatics check as you unhook yourself from the rope, try to get over Damya, and then slide down.
21. So don't.
21. Okay. Yeah, you managed to unhook yourself, and Damya kind of looks up, smoke streaming out from under her armor. She kind of goes, "Ah, what are you, Amanya?" And you manage to get past her, and then you just kind of slide down in short bursts. At the end of your turn, on a quick calculator on the internet, you hear double impacts on the ground.
Fuck.
Wait, is there no chance to do anything while I'm falling? Didn't
That's fair. This is awkward. How do we? Cool. You slide down. You think you hear an impact or two. You're not sure. Things are crazy. It's chaotic. You are now 40 feet down the. You're 60 feet off the ground now. Okay. Sorry, maths.
And down below us, hold on, down below us is covered in mist, right?
No, the mist is only inside the council district.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that the whole ground was covered in mist.
No, just inside the council district, and then the mist kind of overflows a little bit and travels a little ways down the wall, but not very far.
Oh, well, that kind of changes what I want to do then. Okay, well, never mind.
Okay. You know what? Just because they're not going to do anything. Okay, Shoji, what are you doing in free fall?
Okay, I would either see, would it cost me an action to try to like either like make myself fall lower or try to grab the rope? Would it cost an action to do that?
You are not within range of the rope.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you were grabbed and not just thrown over, but like away from the. Yeah. You're a good 15 or 20 feet away from it as you're falling.
Okay. I would like to cast Light of the Heavens. Well, I guess okay, you can cast without using a spell slot. When you cast a spell using a creature, choose a number of creatures equal to your wisdom modifier. That's 1, right? Yeah, 1.
Oh,
Does that?
that's
Oh,
really
I can
cool.
only right.
Yeah, you can cast. Yeah, you cast Light of the Heavens. Oh my god. And Daylight, I think, has a dude. Revenant. Uh, 60-foot radius. Okay.
Okay.
What's a sphere? Holy raw. Where do you want to center your 60-foot sphere? Sorry, 60-foot radius sphere. So it's
Oh, is that how it works? Wow,
yeah,
that's
it's
good.
a 60-foot radius sphere.
Oh, wow. uh, can I get everyone? It's 60 foot. Okay, so wait, radius. That means that's only half of it, right? So I could get
Yeah, so it's a
all of
120-foot diameter sphere. It's a giant ass sphere of light.
That's awesome. Okay, can I get all of our party members?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you pick a point, basically like halfway down the rope, it will extend about 20 feet above the wall and all the way to the ground in about a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
angle it a little bit lower so that the light isn't visible? I guess there's mist, so a lot of people wouldn't see it anyways. Okay.
Okay. Holy crap baskets. Okay. Choose a number of creatures. So you can choose up to 2 people to gain the temporary hit points. Right. Go to your wisdom. I'm sorry. You can choose 1 creature to gain the temporary hit points. Who do you want it to be?
Either me or wait, who's King Rough? Like
Vera.
I guess
Vera.
Vera, yeah. After I I don't know.
Okay. You want Vera to get him?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a fool, I closed out her character sheet. There we go. Okay. So she has temporary hit points equal to what?
7, my revenant level.
Oh, okay. There we go. She's got 7 temporary hit points. Good. So that's your action. Do you want to do anything else?
Can I try to like make my fall less or like try to, go towards the rope?
Sure. You can just kind of spread out and try to create as much resistance as you possibly can.
I blow myself the other way.
For what it's worth, give me an athletics check.
Ooh, athletics. Thank you. Oh, 22.
22. All right. You hit the ground hard. You take 46 points of bludgeoning damage.
46. How many did I have to begin with?
You are unconscious.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You've already had 29 damage on you.
I did.
Okay, you impact the ground, Shoji, and everything goes black.
The story of my life, man. Or death, I should say.
Or death, plural,
Death, yeah. Well,
Why not be fully
I'm having
accurate?
a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay. So you cast daylight. Hold on. Is that concentration? Is the question. It is not. Okay. So technically the knights went before you. I just wanted to see if there was any way for you to not impact the ground. So let me do their turn here. Okay. Here's what they're going to do. One of them reaches over the edge, or is already reaching over the edge, and begins casting a spell. Almania, are you going to attempt to counterspell?
Yes.
Okay. The spell fizzles out. The other one reaches over and begins casting a spell as well. And you see 5. Is this not how this works? Oops. Higher levels, an additional ray. You see 5 rays of fire shoot out of his hands and slam into each Titan that you guys have stuck into the wall all the way down. And then the second one uses a sorcery, and then uses a sorcery point to turn that into a bonus action, takes his halberd and just cuts the top of the rope where you have it tied at the top of the wall. I need dexterity checks from Almanya, Damia, and Galena.
Athletics, did you say?
Just a straight dexterity check.
Straight dex.
Okay, Damia.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh. Okay, Galena was a 20. Okay. You guys, unprepared for the rope to suddenly break away from the wall, are now also in free fall. Vera hits the ground and takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh. Okay, Vera is out. Okay. Almanya, you are at this point quite certain that you heard 2 impacts.
Oh god.
As you guys are falling, light just explodes out of nowhere, and you guys are suddenly in like full bright afternoon sun. The whole area around you is just brightly illuminated. And so you can all see each other clearly as you fall through the air. It is Damia's turn. Oh, God. Damia. Damia has spells. That's touch. That's... Nope. Range on that. Oh, that'll work. Maybe. Okay, she is going to attempt to do that. 13 blocks. Con plus proficiency. Okay. Damia, while plummeting, you hear her shouting words that sound like a Galena, you would recognize this as some kind of mantra or prayer, although it's in a language you don't know, but the cadence of it is the same. And in the brightness from the daylight, you can see, okay, way down by the river, which you can now see kind of in the dim light at the outside of this daylight spell, a whole bunch of small creatures have all now stopped and looked up at you guys, watching you fall. It's a bunch of real little ones, and they're in dim light. Everybody give me a quick perception check. And we'll just call it with disadvantage because you're tumbling through the air. Definitely concentrating on other things. Galena, it's a bunch of small creatures way out in the shadows of the spell there. Wait, why did Galena roll twice? Oh, I'm sorry, disadvantage. Almanya, perception disadvantage. Your mic is muted, so I cannot hear you.
I tried to roll on it and it didn't go in the box. Hold on.
I roll a second time in case I got a natural 1.
I got a 7.
Well done, Jenny. Okay, it's a bunch of smaller shapes, and then one like medium-sized shadow there, but all of them are just kind of turned facing towards you guys. And you kind of see out of the corner of your eye the river suddenly just kind of rise up out of itself and just spill across the plain towards you guys. 20-foot wall of water just rises up and then sweeps across the plain underneath you, carrying Shoji and Vera with it. But as you guys all plummet, you splash into about 10 feet of water, and take 17 points. I'm sorry. Yeah, 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did I ever get a reaction to be able to use slow fall?
I think slow fall happens normally for you.
Reaction to reduce falling damage by 35.
Yes, you can use your reaction for that.
Okay.
Okay. So you actually, Galena, you take no damage. Almanya and Damia will each take 17.
I'm out. I'm unconscious.
So's Damia. She reduced it to 5d10 instead of 10d10. Oh, although you guys didn't fall from 100 feet. I'm sorry, Almanya, you only fell from, you moved down, what did I say,
60 feet.
So you would have only taken 3. So Almanya, you only take 12 points of that damage.
Okay. I'm thin fucking ice.
Are you up?
I am up by 3 hit points.
Hey. All right. So you're still alive or still conscious. Damia fell. She was right below you, but then you passed her, so she loses one of those. So it's only 4, still way over her hit point max. And who else was on it? Galena, you take no damage. Okay, so you guys splash into the water, which immediately starts to recede and flow back into the river. Good. So you guys are what is this? You guys are all there now on the ground. Shoji and Vera are nowhere to be seen. Helena and Almanya, you are standing there soaked head to toe. Damia is unconscious on the ground next to you. The water is still about ankle deep, and it's just kind of flowing out into the plain, but you are conscious. Top of the round, Vera's unconscious. Vera makes death save. Okay. What are you guys doing? It is... Oh, Galena, somehow I just didn't put you in here. Oops. I'm sorry.
It was a natural one.
That's right, because you were on the...
I'm looking at the sky like, what's happening?
Okay. Almanya, what are you doing? You are muted.
I am going to try and do a medicine check on Damia and stabilize her.
All right, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
That's a 5.
Okay. In all of the wet, you're kind of taking her own her own robe and like trying to wait. She's hit by lightning. You're basically attempting CPR. She is still not breathing. Galena, what are you doing?
How many uses does a healer's kit have?
How many uses does a healer's kit have? Oh, great question.
Expend 1 use. I got a healer's kit together. I don't know how many times I can use it.
Yeah. Healer's kit. 10 uses. So if you want to use one, you've got 9.
I run over to Damia and I just start like CPR and using my kit to stabilize her.
All right. I don't know what is in a medieval healer's kit that approximates an AED device, but
Some magic
do you have...
tools, you know?
Can I use my key? Like I'm just using my energy to restart her heart.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Yes. So go ahead and roll a d6 plus 4.
Sweet monkeys.
Oh, plus an additional number equal to the creature's max hit dice? Dude, healer feat is awesome.
Never mind, it's very useful.
Is that
So what's
that's
happening? Yeah, that's 5 plus 4, 9.
So 9 plus 7. So she actually just rockets up to 16 hit points. Woo! Okay. Later. Okay. So you run over and using your key, just kind of stabilize her life force and even kind of recharge it somewhat, and she kind of why is it so bright? What is that?
I'm not even there. I'm like running, splashing around, looking for Sho and Ma.
Roll a. You know what? You're in bright daylight. You very quickly see their bodies just kind of laying on the ground about 30 feet away from where you guys landed.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and attempt to stabilize Ma. I don't have a healer, but I'm just trying my best.
Okay. You're gonna go ahead and give me wait. So you did that. Another thing. Okay. Give me a medicine check real quick on Vera.
That's wrong. Grab the wrong thing. Medicine. Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. You get to her, smack her face a little bit, some chest compressions, couple of rescue breaths, and she just kind of coughs up some water, and just she's definitely got some broken bones, but she is conscious.
We can fix those.
You failed 2 death saves. Shoji, could you give me 2 quick death saves as well? Okay. All right. And Jenny, did you want to spend another use of the heal kit or just attempt a medicine check?
I'll use a heal kit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6.
How do you heal a revenant?
I was going to ask that same question. What does this look like?
What a great question. When you run over to Shoji, her obsidian skin has just cracks running through in just kind of on her arms. You kind of flip her over. Her whole back is just this huge spider web of cracks. So you tell me how you assist her here.
Oh boy. I want to take some of the bindings and look for the biggest cracks to sort of like wrap her and sort of cinch her together, a little splint over her whole torso. And then I also want to just put my thumb on her forehead and one on her sternum and just see if there's any way I can also transfer ki to her.
Oh dear. Okay. Could you Can you just give me a straight wisdom check here?
Sure. 13.
I'm going to ask you a question and not give you any context for it. How many ki would you like to expend?
Three.
3. Okay. Galena, as you attempt roughly the same thing that you did with Vera, you take the bandages, wrap her really tightly, and as you touch her forehead and sternum and attempt to just reestablish connection with kind of the soul and the body, it's not that there isn't a soul. It's just that the soul isn't here. And as you attempt to kind of reestablish the connection, you reach out, kind of wrap Shoji's soul in whatever distant place it is, and it is ripped from your grasp. And if it makes sense, your spirit gets slapped hard. You take 5 points of psychic damage. The ground underneath you and Shoji kind of cracks and depresses as if like a giant boulder had just fallen on it. And you kind of reel back. In time, you reel back, but as you look up, right, Shoji is pulling herself off the ground, and you can see the cracks beginning to mend. But you are left with the feeling that you just meddled with something that took offense, and kind of that expenditure of your ki shielded your psyche somewhat, but it still hurt.
Ow. Show, are you okay?
So, are you okay? Oh my gosh, did everyone fall? What's happening?
I don't know.
Get out of here.
You're muted, Josh.
As Shoji says, let's get out of here. Vera kind of starts to she's picked herself up off the ground, looking really rough, carrying herself gingerly. Damya comes limping over. You hear a number of high-pitched voices coming from the river, heading towards you guys.
We
Yes, we run.
should go.
Okay.
I have 3 points left. I will legit. If somebody sneezes on me, I will die. We should go.
Let's get out of here.
Shoji, you have a level of exhaustion, and Vera and Damya both also have levels of exhaustion. You're all going to basically need to hoof it real fast. Is there anything, but all 3 of those, let me write these down so I can remember. Shoji, Vera, and Damya, are you guys attempting anything to assist them in running? Because you're going to leave them behind real fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mom my leaping belt because she can cast jump and triple her jumping distance.
Does that require attunement?
I don't think so. It doesn't say it on it.
Leaping belt.
And it's for a minute, so I figure jump lasts for a minute, so I figure she can leap to her heart's content for a little while at least until we can kind of get out of here.
All right, you real quick sling her your belt. She straps it on, draws on its energy, and has a little bit more kick to her movements. What about Shoji and Damya? Actually, you know what? Damya is going to real quick dump a heal into herself. and you hear grinding bones, and she kind of screams for a brief second, and then looks to be good to go.
How big is Show?
Bigger than any of you. What used to be Shoji, I don't remember the exact dimensions that you wrote for old Shoji. I wonder if are they listed here? Notes. What was like 5.5 foot tall skeletal Shoji is now about 6'3", 6'4", and just bulked out. She is significantly larger than any of you, including Constantine, who isn't here, but is a big guy.
Okay, can I, instead of giving Ma the leaping belt, can I give Show the leaping belt, and then can I pick up Ma and use Thunder Step to bamf us 300 feet forward?
Yeah.
Do that.
Nice.
I was like, well, you've only got one action, but one action for the spell. Chuck the belt to her. We'll call that a free action. Sure. Okay. Good. All disadvantages have been nixed. If everybody could give me a quick athletics check.
Really quick, Josh, I want to stay behind, and as soon as possible, I want to see if I can duck into cover and hide from these people and wait for them to overtake me.
Okay. Okay. In that case, Galena, give me a stealth check. Damia is rolling athletics. And Vera is. Oh no, I'm sorry. Almania's carrying Vera, so Vera does not need to make it. Nor does actually Almania. You don't need to do it either. Really, just Shoji and Damia who are running now.
I got 14.
14. Okay.
Our jumping distance is tripled for the next minute.
And I start jumping.
Okay. Oh god. Okay. Almania and Vera are clear. With a 300-foot head start, you guys just I just spit all over my computer screen. You guys are pretty much kind of at the wall underneath where you guys scaled it to get out here into the wilderness. Galena,
I stubbed my toe and I'm swearing loudly.
You are sure. I like that. You kind of looking for somewhere to hide. There's bright light illuminating this whole area. You look where it looks like there's kind of a little cave, or just a little bit of the cliff that just goes inward a little bit, and you run for it. And it turns out that it doesn't really go in a little bit. There's just like a little bit of an overhang, and you just kind of like run straight into the wall and just kind of ow. Shoji, you and Damia just kind of hoofing it. Turn around just in. You're about it was a couple of rounds, about 60 feet away. You turn back and look as you realize that Galena's not with you. Just in time to see a horde of goblins come pouring out of the darkness and just kind of surround where Galena's now standing there at the bottom of the cliff. So, this one now pretty much involves Shoji, Damia, and Galena. How should this work? You know what? Let's roll quick initiative here.
Do I have any idea what's going on?
You're kind of around the cliff. You bamfed 300 feet away, so like you can see kind of rays of light coming from around the cliff, but you cannot see anybody else in your party other than Vera, who's right next to you.
Okay.
Okay. Party. Oh, Damia. Might drag down the average.
My question was, do you want me to roll initiative as well?
I'm sorry. You may.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's have you and Vera roll initiative as well. And we'll just do this in 3 groups here. 2115, 2012. Okay. Galena, Shoji, and Damia. What are you guys all doing? Galena, you're standing there. Dozens of goblins surrounding you. They don't seem, they're all kind of looking up and hissing and spitting up. Some of them are looking at you like, yes,
Okay.
chattering in all kinds of languages. What's your passive perception?
Where am I? Perception. That's just wisdom. Oh, 14. Took me a while, 14.
You notice that the goblins making up this crowd. Did you notice this? You've been on an island forever. They have a library. Give me a quick history check.
History. Good luck. I've been living on a hill in isolation my whole life. I don't know.
The mood.
All right. They are surrounding you, chattering. They're not attacking you yet, but you are basically there's just kind of this hemisphere of goblins pinning you against the cliff.
Okay. Can I do something?
Yeah, it is your turn.
Am I the only one surrounded? Like, are the others clear?
The others, you cannot see anyone else in your party.
Okay. Okay. I just want to shout, get here. And I want to use evasive footwork. I don't have it in front of me. I forget how it works, but I want to try and just get between them and then use step of the wind.
Oh.
And disengage or dash, whichever one, and just get out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a superiority die.
And which one is that?
That is a D6 for you guys.
Okay.
Oh no, at 7th level, it's a D8. So I'll let you roll a D8. If it's below a 6, I'll let you take the 6 from the D6 because you had already rolled.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I dropped it before you switched, so.
It's
Well, the universe says 6.
All right, so your armor class is now 20.
Yes.
Okay. About 8 of these guys are going to get attacks on you as you run through. One of which will hit.
Okay.
19 plus. I think a goblin has at least a +1. And Dirty Scimitar.
I can't use, I'm kind of confused, like, which is which. If he's hitting me, can I use my reaction to do preemptive strike?
I think you're using your reaction. No, when you move. So movement to run, action to dash, maneuver, evasive footwork doesn't cost any action, just a superiority die, which leaves you with a bonus action to actually triple move, right? Because you can use a key to dash.
Yeah, I used the key to dash.
Wow. So you can move 90. Yeah, you still got your reaction. So you want to make a preemptive strike at this goblin?
Hell yeah.
All right. Roll an attack. Honestly, like you are the person in the party best suited to being hurt like this.
Well, that's why I did it. I was so curious. I'm like, I can get out if I need to. Okay, I
You
can't
weren't
remember
wrong.
doing a 20. Ah, no.
Total?
That was a 2. I used my quarterstaff, so it's 2 plus. That's an 8.
Total of 8. Oh, goblins are surprisingly hard to hit. Okay. You run, just sprint through them, scattering them in your wake, deflecting blows left and right. One of them gets through and does 2 plus. Does 4 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
So you will take that damage. And then you're free. And as you are running through the night, you know that you kind of see in just the shadows just ahead of you, Shoji and Damya, who look like they were about to do something. Shoji, what are you and Damya doing now? Galena comes. It was like
And
she
you're like,
was,
"Run!"
it was like she was there, and then suddenly she's right in front of you. She just.
Okay, I'm gonna Jack Sparrow run.
Cool. Damia turns and runs with you guys. So let's get one more athletics check from you three. So Damia, come on, roll high. Ooh, okay. The clatter and sound of the goblins behind you is gaining on you. They are fast little fuckers. Almanya, you can hear rapid footsteps in the grass kind of pelting towards you. And then from around the corner of the cliff, you are also hearing shouts and clamor. Do you know this is goblins yet? You do. You don't. You did not see them. You hear a horde of high-pitched shrieks and yells and whatnot. What are you and Vera doing?
Okay, so we can hear just like, oh, so we can hear a lot of movement and we can see the lights. Can we see Galena or Shoji at all?
You have dark vision, so I'm sorry. Yes, you do more than hear their feet. You can actually see all three of them running towards you. Everybody is accounted for.
Okay. All right. What do I have? I'm out of Bamfs. Huh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I can see them running towards me. Can I see what's chasing them? Or can I just see them? Is that like
Not quite yet, but whatever's chasing them is right around the corner.
okay.
I say corner, it's more like the curve of the cliff, but you get the point.
Okay, well, first, I want to burn an inspiration and give everybody 5 temporary hit points.
It's 8 now, right?
It's 8. Yes, sorry, I always forget. I want to give everybody 8 temporary hit points because I have 3 hit points and I'm going to die. I am also going to... Did I give Ma a potion of invisibility, or do I still have the only one of those?
You are carrying one.
Right. I didn't know if Ma had... I thought she had one, but I wanted to...
She is also carrying one.
Okay. I'm going to look at Ma and go, you really should take that, and you need to get back to your boys, because if anything else goes horribly wrong, you're the only one who can kind of hold that thing down.
Okay, that's her. She looks at you and goes, touching, dearie, but I'm not leaving any of you behind. Are you right behind me?
I will do my best. I don't have much left.
All right. Give me a rope.
What did you say, Josh? Are you cut out?
Give me your rope.
Oh, I give her my rope.
Okay. She takes the rope, slings it over her shoulders, and begins trying to climb the wall.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Right up the wall, at which point she laughs at you because you gave her rope and runs. No, I'm kidding. She kind of she ropes. She wraps one end of the rope around one of the crenellations and throws it down.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it and start climbing too.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yep.
You're mean.
Use the wings to help.
This is the Dread Pirate Roberts climbing up the rope up the cliff.
19.
19. Okay.
Woo!
You
I was out of the box. It was a 4. I was like, oh god.
you are basically at the top, but not quite. Goblins. Okay. It is now that the goblins come careening around the curve of the cliff. At which point, from the place where the wall joins the cliff, and you guys had seen kind of the guard tower and the light, you hear shouting and a bell ringing. Shoji, Galena, and Damya, you guys are at the wall. I'm sorry. I need one more athletics check from you guys.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna stay here and die. It's what I know
An
how to
11
do.
to 5.
Can't die.
Okay. Where is this thing? Oh, there it is.
When Josh pauses for long periods of time in silence, that makes me nervous.
I'm not actually looking anything up. I'm just letting the silence make you nervous. It's a dramatic tool. Nobody's gonna go for the obvious.
What?
All right. I have expected somebody to say you're a dramatic tool.
Gosh, I'm just not picking up what you're putting down tonight. Sorry.
I need any obvious? No, not really. Cool. So we'll roll a d4. 1 Galena, 2 Shoji, 3 Damya. 1. Galena, could you make a quick wisdom saving throw?
Do I just pull it from my abilities for the saving throw?
I think your character sheet tells you your saves are on the right hand side of your character sheet in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, I see. Okay, you said wisdom, right?
Yep. Which you're good at. I feel partially.
How dare you?
I feel partially responsible for that, given that I just threw a level hex on your saving throw there.
I have my third natural one tonight.
It's all right. It can only get better, right?
No, Josh. Remember?
Galena, you hear in your mind, wait, and talk with me a moment. And you just stop, turn, and just start jogging back towards the goblin.
Oh god.
No.
What are you doing?
At which point, Damya and Shoji, what are you doing in response to this? Galena just stopped and started running back.
Is she right next to me? Can I like thrash her with my axe and be like, "Hey, no"?
Sure, roll an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for your battle axe.
Oh,
And,
I just wanted to scratch her.
and Galena, roll another wisdom save. Well,
I just wanted to scratch her.
well, if you just want to scratch her, then swing at her with like your fingernails, not a battle axe.
Oh. Well, like the butt of the axe. Like, hey, what are you doing? I wouldn't be like, hey, what are you doing? You know, that's like a full swing. I was like, hey.
I'm gonna say, like, in the moment, if you want to deal damage to her with your battle axe as she's running away from you, this is essentially a reaction opportunity attack. So roll damage for a battle axe.
I'm sorry. If okay, if you become unconscious, we'll try to save you and get you back. What is the damage? 1d6 plus 4.
No, battle axe I think is a D10.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
Or I guess it's a D8 because you've got one in each hand. Yeah, it'll be a D8. So go ahead and roll an 8, and if it's lower than 5, you take the 5. Yeah, it's the 5. That extends both ways. So go ahead and add your strength and add it to the 5.
That makes a 9. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's fine. It takes her temporary hit points and deals 1 damage to her.
Oh, yay. Okay. Oh, but still, I'm sorry.
You hit her. She kind of stumbles a bit, but Galena just turns right back and looks at you and says, "No, it's fine. I'm just gonna go have a conversation. I'll be right back." And
Wait,
They just want to talk. They just want to talk. You don't need to worry about it.
I want to grapple her.
that was your reaction.
My rest. I'm sorry. I chose violence.
Shoji, are you going with her, or are you taking Damia and going up the wall?
No, I'm going to go after her and try to like manhandle her back.
Okay. You sprint right after Galena. Damia. Damia casts mass healing word on you both.
Ooh.
And then takes the rope up.
You're on your own back.
So I'm sorry, healing word's a D4. So both Shoji and Galena, you regain 7 hit points.
Yay.
And she okay. Elmania, she's right behind you on the rope as you guys kind of clamber over there.
Awesome.
The shouts on the wall start to increase. Elmania, as you're kind of climbing over there, and Vera is saying, "Where are they going? People are coming. We need to get out of here." And you can see guards kind of running over to where you're still shrouded in darkness. You're away from where torches are. But near the guardhouse, 3 more guards have kind of run out and are pulling out bows and starting to fire at the goblins. But it being now Galena and Shoji's turn, Galena just kind of runs right through the goblins, and they just kind of open around her. They go to kind of close and hold weapons to swing at you before a voice that is lower pitched. I don't know how to describe it. It's lower pitched than all of the goblin voices. Kind of hisses something out over them, and they stop and go around you as well and continue on towards the wall. If you are following Galena, he just kind of jogs right around the corner. To where another couple dozen goblins are just kind of carrying they've got like a pole on their shoulder, and they're just carrying this big litter that they kind of turn to the side, and a figure inside just kind of pulls the curtain across, and this litter is draped with. You guys are no longer in the daylight. Yelena does not have dark vision. Shoji, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, you can't distinguish color, but you can see that from the quality of the work on this litter, it was once wondrous, just incredible, intricate, of the finer work than you've ever seen pass through the markets of Westishire. And Westishire is like one of the Westishire and Onishire are the middlemen, like the middleman cities for everybody on the continent. But it has since been tattered, soiled, aged. It's hanging in kind of rags. Helena, you just see a dark shape inside, kind of pulling it apart. Shoji, you see what looks kind of like a humanoid vulture that is not that has no wings and just kind of leans, just these gnarled talons clasped around an ornate, gorgeous staff, just kind of leaning on it inside the litter, one talon hooking the curtains to the side, just kind of that long vulture neck ending in a long sharp beak, wrinkles almost obscuring its eyes and all of its other facial features, just this ancient looking vulture creature draped in similar, once incredibly fine robes, with arcane symbols stitched and embroidered in everywhere, similarly tattered, soiled, aged, holes here and there. The sleeves are just kind of rags, and it hooks as it hooks the curtain aside. You are also welcome. Sit. Speak with me a moment.
Okay.
Galena just plops down cross-legged. Shoji, what are you doing?
Can I try to sense if this thing is demon like?
It has no demonic sense about it. Do you want to spend a use of your whatchamacallit, demon sense?
Yeah, yes, I would.
Okay. It is not demonic. There are artifacts, there are items, there are no living creatures, but there are items with a demonic sense on its person and within the litter. It itself bears no demonic taint.
Okay. I'll sit down next to Galena.
Okay.
What do you say? and when it speaks, I would also like to use.
Okay. Can you say that again? Your mic didn't quite pick that up.
All right. Yeah, I'll sit down and I would like to listen with the. What does that do? Creature within 10 feet of you is lying. Let's see. Advantage on insight checks determine if creature within 10 feet is lying. And then if they are, I can do psychic damage. Okay. I'll just.
Okay. We'll jump back to the wall now. Almanya, you, Damia, and Vera are all at the top of the wall. You've all climbed over. Vera is quickly pulling up the rope. you can see towards where the wall joins the cliff. The goblins have kind of swarmed towards the wall. 5 or 6 guards are there, firing arrows as much as they can, but the goblins have kind of stopped and then turned and kind of run back around, or turning to run back where Galena and Shoji ran.
Well, that's extremely creepy. Shit.
I'm not suggesting that we abandon them, but we cannot stay right here, and it seems like charging into the goblins would be foolish.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing. I don't think we definitely shouldn't abandon them, but I also think we need to get somewhere safer, because as soon as the guards realize we're up here, they're going to come after us. So we need to get down on the other side. And
I imagine they won't take it kindly if they find us having just climbed over the walls, right as goblins attack those same walls. Yes.
yeah, let's hide. Let's go find somewhere to hide.
Give me just a quick stealth check from you. I'll roll one for Vera.
17.
And Damia rolls. Okay, I think Damia rolls with disadvantage. Oh, poorly. So you rolled 17. Vera has ridiculous stealth, so that's probably still a success. Vera. Stealth. Oh my gosh. Yeah, plus 10. So yeah, 18. Okay. You guys sprint over to the stairs, run down. You can hear a couple of guards shout, hey, stop! Who goes there? You guys run down into the streets, tuck yourselves into some narrow doorways and alleys, and just kind of breathe quietly.
Okay.
Nobody pursues you guys down into the streets. Guard kind of holds a torch over, looks down, doesn't see anybody, and then turns back to figure out what's going on outside the city.
Okay. Can we can we take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys just kind of stay there, congregate again, and begin a short rest. Okay.
Yeah. Is there any way to make any sound while we're there doing our short rest and nobody will be able to hear us, kind of thing?
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure who's listening.
Okay. Great. Then I can't use Song of Rest, but I will roll some hit dice because I am like on the verge of death,
Okay.
So
hold off on the hit dice for now.
Okay.
We got to see if the short rest actually succeeds, and I don't know what's gonna happen. So, all right,
great.
back to Shoji and Galena. You guys are sitting there. Goblins come back around the cliff. They are just all around you now. Some of them are also just kind of sitting and watching. Others are just kind of, you notice now they are all soaked. The whatchamacallit, the litter that bears this creature is not, it appears perfectly dry, but all of the goblins look kind of tumbled around, soaked, whatever tribal hair dues or whatever they had are all just messed up, and actually, come to think of it, they're probably cleaner than they've been in a long time. But the stench of wet goblin kind of pervades the atmosphere as you guys are sitting here. Shoji, did you say that you were going to use Aura of Truth, or did you decide against it?
Yeah, I'd like to. I think is it something I do like before or after? Like, can they tell if I'm doing insight?
Oh no, you just have that.
Ah.
You actually always have that up. So yeah, you will have advantage insight checks.
Yeah. Okay.
To detect lies specifically. Okay.
Can I use stillness of mind? Like, am I with it enough, or am I just like gone?
Oh. Do you have? Oh, can you just? You can use your action and one of harmed or frightened. This is a charm effect. So yeah, you can just use your action at this point to just and whatever influence was dominating your thoughts is dispelled. You're still surrounded by dozens
Where
of
am I?
goblins. Ah, clever. An impressive feat. Well, it matters little. You are welcome to attempt to fight your way clear or answer my questions and be released afterwards.
Fire away.
Tell me of the state inside the city. Is it close to falling? Word has spread far.
Why are you interested in the city?
The deal is for you to answer my questions. I might, if you entertain me enough, might answer some of yours as well. But for now, I will be asking.
Can I do insight to see how legit he is on that? And about like, okay, you can go free after we talk.
Interesting. Good use of an insight check. Is he really going to let us go? Roll in,
Yeah.
with advantage because of your aura proof.
Yay. Ah. Ooh. Awful.
7 and an 8. It is hard to read. The closest you've ever seen to a creature like this, I mean, an avian humanoid, is Almania. The tells are not the same, and when you try to focus on kind of the power given to you by your purpose to root out lies, even the sound waves that this creature emits almost don't register on your senses. So yeah, it is hard to read. Again, is the city close to falling?
Well, everything is close to falling because of that red goddess stuff going on right now. You heard about that?
Yeah. I've already almost abandoned my own discipline. It's been some time. Once again, I shall be asking the questions.
Hmm.
How close?
Sorry, what was the question?
How close is the city to falling?
How close?
Am I
guess it
mistaken? Do you
depends.
not speak the common tongue?
Sorry, I'm just a little freaked out right now. I thought you said so close.
Ignore them. Very few can understand even your words, and few even of them will understand their import. Speak freely.
Well, depends on who you're siding with. Those who side with the blood goddess, definitely not in fear of their lives at the moment. Hmm.
Another non-answer. My
Well,
patience grows thin. Let's try this once more. You mentioned the forces of the blood goddess. What is their strength within the city, and what is their intent?
well, I'd say their intent anywhere is full domination. I think they use the blue Not the blue, the red moon thing.
Specify domination. They wish to take people with them. They wish to
Mm,
be specific.
Mm.
If you
They slay the enemies and rule the conquered. I don't know.
list merely the intents of all small-minded creatures. Once again, what are their specific intentions with regard to the city?
I don't know a whole lot. We just got here. We've been doing a lot of battle.
Well, perhaps
Uh,
your two-scaled friend has better answers. Please.
I believe they intend to conquer the city by taking all the people and sacrificing them or turning them to their goddess.
They wish to retain hold on the city then.
I believe so, yes.
What makes you think that they intend to conquer as opposed to destroy and leave?
I believe it might be a place where they can continue to draw strength from the conquered. I've seen them do some pretty evil things. Keeping people for the purpose of breeding more to gain more blood, to gain more power.
Ah, harvests then. And you do not
Ruthless
think
way of putting it.
you do not think that they will move on. I prefer objective terms. Evil, unhelpful. Frankly, just an unhelpful word. Harvest, castle, understandable. These are workable concepts. What have they attempted to put in any sort of administration for after whatever it is they are preparing in there? I feel the power building.
From my conversations with certain people, it seems that they are attempting to maintain loyalty with some of the higher ups who already have power, which implies that they want to maintain some sort of administration over the city.
Indeed. Troublesome. You oppose them. I sense none of their this disease. Apologies. It infects your bodies, but not yet your minds. You would oppose them in these efforts.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, now you can give definite answers.
I see no intent on lying. If you're with them, I might as well
Your
start
answers
taking you
have
out
been-
now. If you're against them, maybe we can work together. But you refuse to give us your intention, so
So long
Judge.
spoken. Yes.
no questions, just statements.
Indeed. Can you triumph then?
Yes. If I didn't believe it, then I wouldn't try. There's going to be a way. We can triumph.
And what way is that from the display of ability we just witnessed in broad daylight? Strange.
In the middle of the night.
You seem to be retreating with your proverbial tails between your legs. I believe this is a saying in the common tongue.
Ill used.
Well, we were kind of running for our lives. You caught us at a bad time.
My attempt at euphemism seems to have offended. For what it's worth, I apologize. You ran rather than stage to fight and conquer. This is not promising.
The intent of our mission at this moment, which is none of your business, did not happen to include taking out everyone around us. Would you rather we just slay everyone we meet?
It might be more successful than running.
I think we were pretty successful if you hadn't mind tricked me.
I extended an invitation. I apologize if your weak mind could not withstand it. I'm remembering why it's been so long since I spoke with mortals.
I feel like this goblin is trying to talk to like a lawyer at the moment, and it's just going horribly wrong.
How to best put this? How significant are your chances of success? And if not success, how well do you suppose that you could simply convince them to go elsewhere?
To be honest, we need all the help we can get.
Oh, what was that, Beth? Can you say that again?
Sorry, Ruby. We kind of need all the help we can get. There's a chance, but right now we're kind of looking for allies and doing what we can to weaken those who are not allies.
And what would assist you in this?
Oh, what do you think? I don't know. We need allies, like fighters, any protection against the blood harvest. Is that what it's called? The sickness? Food supplies. There's a mass of people able, ready, willing to fight, but we need those convenient circumstances for that.
Would these be enough?
They would significantly increase our chances.
At this point, I would ask questions if it were permissible. Statement.
May I ask? Actually, roll a persuasion check.
Where am I? Persuasion.
No.
This is just not our day for negotiation.
Why do they keep rolling so many natural ones? That's not.
This is truly unlikely.
The RNG just hates it. That's just how it goes.
Like natural one. Natural one.
No questions. Retract that. You will have one question. You will do one thing for me, and you will tell me where to best apply these servants of mine, and we shall have a deal. Yes.
Ooh.
Ask her one question.
What are your intentions for this city?
I wish to meet with some old friends. While things are in their current state, I cannot do so. I wish to resolve the current situation. Now, you have your answer. When you find the source, you must unleash its power. Yes, you will do this.
The source of the blood goddess's power?
No. There is a particular item within your dwelling, city. When you find it, unleash it.
Can I insight what he was talking about earlier?
You may. This will be a straight roll. You are not attempting to detect a lie. This is just trying to get a little bit more. Unless are you trying to decide whether he's lying when he says when he delivered his purpose, or are you trying to get some other kind of information out of this?
I'll just. Oh, he was being kind of vague. So another intent besides lying is I want to know more about the. Well, actually, should I do lying? Oh gosh.
You don't.
I don't know. I would like to insight like how friendly. I don't know. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm just
Okay.
gonna be like,
Do this, and these servants will be yours. They will obey your commands.
It will be difficult to find an item for which we have no description or understanding or direction.
To tell you more would tip the scales more than I'd like. So for now, we will simply leave it at once you have found the source, unleashed its power, then these, what do you call them in your tongue? Goblins. The goblins will be at your service. At some 3 or 4 dozen, I lost track. And simply tell
Close
me when
friends,
you
I
would
see.
like me to have them prepared. And at the moment you fulfill your side of this, they will be yours to command.
do you have any other specifics about where we can find this item? How we can track it? I mean, it's a big city.
No.
If we fail to, I'm sorry, that's a question. Are we just not going to have any sort of deal? That's a question too. I can't do this. I've only had 2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry.
I just to speak louder because your mic sounds like it's underneath a pillow sometimes. So just
sorry.
make sure you're speaking real loud.
All right.
So,
Is
where would you like me to prepare them? Otherwise, we will simply go back to our river to wait.
offering it with them, and of course have them armored and
Beth, I'm so sorry. You're speaking at the same volume and it's still coming across super muffled. Can you move the computer just closer to you? Or
no.
just see now you came across very clearly.
No.
I feel like I'm back in my drama class. Guys, oh my god, use your diaphragm. Project!
Dude, I have like if my life depended on it, I could not be loud at all. Like I would die.
Your character's life very well may depend on it.
Ah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
it speaks. Yes.
Help would be greatly appreciated. It seems that we need time for this development to figure out where the best place to use your dear friends who you know so much about. Could we perhaps find this item, release it, and come back and discuss terms? Or will you just be prepped to go? Do you need an answer right now?
That will be acceptable. You know where to find
We
us.
were not expecting.
Look for the
Are you just going to
object.
be at the river?
Well, yes, it's honestly the only place where I can get away from the stench of this place, and it is conveniently located. So yes, find the object, unleash its power, and then come back and find us. Good. Settle off now.
It is not usual in my culture to have.
He issues a command to the goblins, who start kind of turning the litter to leave.
Have a conversation with someone, not even have the ability to honor him with his name or her name or its name.
Roll a persuasion check.
Because I'm so good at those.
You're so good at. Come on, it'll be a natural 20 one of these rolls.
If I get a 1, it's your fault.
You're gonna fail horribly.
Oh, natural 20. Oh, it's not bad.
That's an 18. 18. Another word in Goblin. The litter turns to so that the side is facing you guys again. You may know me by Aldur.
Can I insight if he's speaking the truth about that?
He is no longer within 10 feet, so you can roll a straight roll.
Okay. Aldor.
I'm sorry, Aldun. Apologies.
Aldun. Aldun. Oh, that's a 23.
23. As far as you can tell, that's his name. Aldun and all of the little goblins just kind of turn and march back off in the direction of the river, and you guys are left sitting on the ground, pitch darkness.
Yeah. We're alive. We're alive.
What just happened? What is going on? We need to get up to the wall.
Yeah, I need to talk to Ma. Okay, let's go.
As you guys come around, you can now see that this whole wall is flooded with guardsmen. Torches all up and down the whole length of it. Everybody's got longbows, crossbows. They're all kind of peering out into the darkness towards you guys.
Oh, we do this.
Is there any cover around us? Are we in trees at all?
No, you guys are basically in just kind of open grassland that slopes. So looking at the city and then kind of turning west, the grassland, in daylight just slopes gently all the way up to the mountains, miles and miles into the distance. But otherwise, it's pretty much just grassland where you are.
Okay.
There is actually, Shoji, you're used to city life, so you would know this. There is actually specifically no vegetation, trees, thickets, anything within at least a bow's shot of Westashire or Onishire's city walls. Onishire is even more so. There's really nothing within miles.
Okay, I turned to Glenna. How about we try to make it seem like we were out trying to forage for food and try to go through the guards. Are these the guards on the place that we just infiltrated, or is this the normal?
Yeah, so it was the case that, right, guard tower, people are patrolling there, there's light, then there's a stretch of wall that's a little darker, guard tower, people, torches, light. Now it's an unbroken line of torches and people with bows looking out. I will let you guys discuss, and I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay, so these are Samvelheims. I don't think these are our allies. And aren't we supposed to have left the city? Like I don't ever feel comfortable like coming and actually talking with these guys because I think they know we're not supposed to be here, or we're not really on the good side anymore.
We try to sneak our way around the city. We might encounter other unfriendlies, and we're not really equipped. But
No. We find a place to hunker down. It's all grasslands around here, but what if we just hide? Just wait for them to go off high alert?
yeah, how long that would take? That sounds like a reasonable idea, though. You know, wait it out, then when we can sneak our way back through.
Yeah.
It does seem like a safer course.
We could go back to the river with our vulture friend.
Good. Not sure how open he would be to allowing us to stay for the night. But that's an option. I think we should definitely keep on our minds if stuff doesn't go our way.
All right, what's the plan?
Go ahead, Show.
Okay.
Follow.
All right. Plan B to try to hunker down and wait for the guardsmen to move along. And if there's trouble, try to seek refuge back at the river with the vulture friend.
Okay. You guys are going to try to hunker down. Both of you give me a stealth check.
I'm good at those.
Almania, at this point, you guys can complete your short rest. So you can roll as many hit dice as you like.
Let me do that.
Wow. I rolled an 18 and a 19. Whoa.
Nice.
Hey, even disadvantage those.
Wow, 21 and 20. There are the rolls.
Yeah. Ah.
All right, let's roll some hit dice for Vera.
All right, let's see. I'm just gonna burn all of my hit dice at this point.
Weird. I think she should. There we go. Okay, and Damia. Let's get her up here. Oh, she's hurt. All of those. Boom. Okay.
Come on.
Shoji and Galena, you guys can also roll these if you would like. Shoji, remember that you are at half, basically.
I'm at full health again. Woo!
Because you gain 1 hit point every 6 seconds as long as you are not incapacitated. So you just naturally have come up to half of 68, which is 34. So you've got 34. You've taken 30. You're at 34 wounds. So keep that in mind when you decide how many hit dice you want to roll. Hey, Glenn, are you rolling any?
Yes.
All right.
I'd right click to pick number. No.
No, so Galena, if you go to your main sheet and you go down to HD at the bottom middle of your sheet, if you just hold down click on that die and then right click however many more that you want to do, and then you roll those and it'll automatically.
Okay. It didn't work.
Okay. So you guys hunker down for about an hour. It does not look like they are standing down until daylight. In fact, you can see just kind of in the distance as more sections of the wall come to be guarded. You can see in their torchlight that there are also conscripts being pulled there. You guys kind of spending a while studying the line, looking for weaknesses, etc. You notice that in addition to people in official guard uniform, there's a bunch of like bleary-eyed, tired people dressed in just normal like workman's clothing or things like that kind of look like they just got dragged out of bed and a sword or crossbow was shoved into their hands and they were kicked up to the wall.
And they're not Samvelheims guards, these ones? Or are they?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
$16. None of them appear to be Samvelheims. You're not close enough to see what kind of insignias they're wearing, but all of them appear to be either just common folk dragged up to the wall or wearing actual guardsmen's uniforms.
Perhaps
I
I was
think
overly
about
cautious.
we try saying, hey, we were out looking for food. We've messed up. Let's go home.
We're going to pause real quick and jump back to Almanya, Vera, and Damia, who are inside. An hour or so goes past, and you can see that the wall is pretty well packed. They don't, from what you can tell, they don't seem to have seen anybody else. There have been no other alerts. Everybody is just ready and look like they're dug in for the night.
Okay. I wasn't really on the planning committee for this mission. So I have no idea. Like, people had plans and I had no plans. I was just there for support. So this is very weird.
So I guess the first question is, are you guys going to try and get back over or find out what happened to Galena and Shoji, or are you guys headed back to the Mayweathers?
I mean, Almanya would want to know if Galena and Shoji are okay, but probably wouldn't want to get over the wall.
Could you, does anybody have any ability to disguise themselves, perhaps, and get up there on the wall to see what they can see?
I mean, I wish, but fortunately, I do not have disguise person or disguise self. But I do have a potion of invisibility. But that's about the best that I can do. And then I'd still have to get there. Is the hard.
Well, with invisibility, I'm sure I could get up there and peek out.
Yeah, I mean, you are better at stealthing and finding little nooks than I am, and you can probably get out of situations a little easier than I can, because all of my third level bamfing spells are used up.
All right. Well, here goes nothing then. All right, and she will drink a potion of invisibility. Stealth with advantage. Oh my gosh. A 12 and a natural 20, so a 30. Vera drinks the potion, vanishes from sight, is gone.
Vera took all of the natural 20s and things that everybody else didn't get. Everybody sacrificed their natural ones so that Mock could fly.
All right. Vera
Dang
gets
rogue.
vanishes for about 20, 30 minutes, comes back. And Amanya, you're just kind of startled as suddenly there's a voice right next to your ear. Well, oh, I'm so sorry. God, I was invisible. Well, the ground's all torn up out there, but I thought I could see just outside the torchlight that Galena and Shoji are out there. They are just hiding. Somehow they've survived their ordeal. They just can't seem to get back in the city.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Um, hmm. Well, we would have to distract the guards and give them the opportunity to get back over here. But I mean, the best I can do is like prestidigitate or make a thunderclapping sound or whisper things into people's ears and make them angry. And I'd still have to be pretty close to do that anyway. But it's yeah, this is gonna be rough. None of my stuff goes that far. Uh-huh. Okay.
Damia speaks up. I have something that might work as well.
What do you got?
Well, I can conjure what will look. I'm sorry, Damia does not have a British accent. I think I can conjure something that would appear to them as almost like a large, threatening ghost, if you will. We put that over on one part of the wall, might distract them, and if you could drop a thunderclap at the same time.
Earthquake warning real quick. I will make sure all my stuff doesn't fall over. I'll be right back.
No idea what you just said, but I got the "I'll be right back" part. So that works.
Same boat. Not sure what you said, but so we can attempt this.
I mean, it's a more of an idea than I have by myself. So
All right. In that case, and to just to shorten this, basically what she will do is place like a large threatening warrior in armor that glows kind of right on a portion of the wall, towards one of the guard towers. And then if you can drop a thunderclap kind of at the other, you guys might be able to kind of move the guards.
well, the hard thing about so like a thunderclap on one side and warrior on the other side, and kind of part the ways.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Galena and Shoji, basically, as you're kind of studying the wall, trying to figure out how to get in, Almanya, we'll have you make an assisted performance check.
Okay. So do I get advantage on that then?
Yeah, it would just be advantage.
Sweet. Uh, 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
20.
So Shoji and Galena, what you guys see as you're studying the wall, trying to figure out how to get back in, is a large spectral figure with a huge horned helmet, giant battle axe, appears on the wall and just starts swinging around with its axe. And people just go scattering, shouting, screaming at one guard tower. And then, Almanya, are you using the, what spell are you using?
Thunderclap, the cantrip.
Okay. Not shatter.
No.
And then at the same time, just the sound of thunder cracks out from another guard tower. There's screaming and yelling, and people on the wall, a bunch start running towards one of the guard towers, and a bunch start running towards the other. There's a bunch of confused guardsmen kind of in the middle, yelling and laying about with swords, trying to keep a bunch of these like conscripts, like just basically shouting, "Stay at your post! They've got that handled! You can't abandon part of the wall!" and they're just not listening. So there's a few guards kind of right there at the center trying to hold together people to guard this part of the wall, but most of the torches and attention have scattered to one or the other gate.
Oh, we should just go. Go. Okay.
How are you getting over the wall?
I think you used your strength last time. You're just saying like you just want to punch your holes and then maybe drop a rope and I'll follow. I can try climbing.
Shoji, you are muted.
All right, yeah, I can punch holes and drop a rope. Yes.
Okay, you guys book it towards the wall. Shoji, give me an athletics check.
Okay. By the way, you guys just missed.
Oh, go ahead.
Hmm.
As
Oh,
you guys
why
run
did
towards
you
the
roll so
wall,
many?
three the kind of three guards who are still there at the center see you as you enter the light and turn crossbows and just fire at you. It's a Punisher guards. They rolled really well. Where's their counters? Empire. Kidding me. Cool. Well, the first two are at Shoji, and the third is at Galena. Shoji, your armor class I think is 16. Okay.
Yeah, and because I chose the dual wielder, do I get an extra?
I actually modified that today. So your armor class is
Ooh.
15, but it's 16
Yay.
when you're wielding the two, because I checked your feet. So yeah, you've got that +1 already in there.
Yay.
So Shoji, you will take 12 points of piercing damage as arrows slam into your glass skin and shatter and leave just spider web cracks that almost immediately begin to heal as well. Galena, you take 8 +1 +2. So you take 11 points of piercing damage. Okay. Shoji, what was your athletics check?
It was an 18.
18. Okay, your hands just go into the wall, the stone of the wall as you climb your way up there, vault onto the wall, turn and throw the rope down.
Can I try to be intimidating so the guards around me and scare them away?
Oh, how are you going to intimidate them?
Okay. Oh. Ooh. I'd like to. Ooh. I can't do anything tonight, just so you know. I'm so bad at thinking of anything or what to do.
You're good.
I'll just make a very scary noise and like look at them as if I'm going to murder them, which
Tell me your
old
scary
Shoji would have.
Because you're essentially a giant like a huge black glass, like obsidian skin golem that just came vaulting over the wall, I'll allow an intimidation check.
Yay! Thank you. Oh, natural 20! Yes!
Natural 20.
Yes.
One of them who like the one that shot at Galena didn't even see you as you kind of blended in with the night, and then suddenly you launched over the wall and are right in front of him and just kind of goes, as he's trying to crank back his crossbow. It just topples backwards off of the wall into the city.
Oh,
Another one kind of falls down and is just scrabbling away on his ass across the stone, and the other one just kind of turns and books it for one of the towers, yelling at people for more help.
Come on,
Okay,
come on,
cool. Glenn, you book it up the rope, and the two of you run down the stairs into the town. It's like a 40-foot wall. Oh, the guard who fell.
You died?
That was almost maximum damage on
Oh.
4d10. He landed head first, and his skull just split across the cobblestones. You guys just kind of run past him through the city. That is more than double his hit points.
I mean, oh.
Elma- Yoji is lawful neutral, but that is still chaotic.
Yeah.
Damia and Vera, you guys see them kind of come over the wall, and you run towards the alleys to find them, meet up with them, and the party kind of reunites there in the darkness. Okay, I don't need.
Sorry, microphone. What? Oh my gosh!
Oh, is that you? Oh,
What was that? I'm like, oh fuck, oh shit. Okay, we got it, guys. We should go.
yeah.
Like now, like I'm like hurting them out.
This time I'm not arguing. I will go. I'm going with you.
All right.
Sorry about the whole attack thing.
Are you guys rushing through the city or stealthing?
Oh geez.
Say
Rush
stealth.
stealth.
Wait. Let's try
You
to think through. It
cannot
might be.
rush stealth. So if you guys are gonna stealth, everybody give me a stealth check. This will be for Vera, 28. Damia with disadvantage. Oh, is poor.
Like,
Poor. Dexterity is 2. Cool. Damia rolled an 8. 28, 8, 10, 24. Okay, 28, 24, 10, 8. We're missing 1. Who hasn't rolled?
Hey, got a,
Oh, showed you. I just
got a
didn't count.
5.
And a
I
5.
got a 5.
Okay. JD, if you could roll us a D12 as the party attempts to hustle quietly home through the city. A 7. Where's my stuff? Unsure. Problems and factions. City travel and encounters. Here we go. Nope, somehow that's not my encounters. There it is. Okay, nighttime. If JD, you could now roll me a D10. A 9. And now if you could roll a D100.
oh god.
64. Oh, fun.
Oh god. It's bad.
All right. Marching order.
I think I've been in the front just because I've been running.
Okay.
I want to bring up the rear.
All right. We'll put Damia squarely in the middle.
Which is not normally where I like to be in the front, but you know, at this point, I'm like,
I'll be behind you.
Okay, so we've got Elmania, Shoji, Damia, and then we'll do Vera and Galena. As you guys kind of run through the city, Elmania, you in the lead, you turn a corner and run right into a spider web. I need...
okay, reminder, I have dark vision, so I at least can see more things than other people.
Correct. You need Almanya, if you could roll a strength. No, actually, let's make this really a wisdom saving throw, but you can add your perception to it. We'll call it that as you try and see the web right before you run into it. So roll a wisdom save and then add your. Are you proficient in perception?
Yes. Yes.
Then you can double essentially add your proficiency bonus to this wisdom modifier or wisdom save.
Okay. So wisdom save plus proficiency. That's gonna be a 16.
A 16. Okay.
Yeah.
There they are. Haha. Those. Sorry, I have names of creatures, but I've forgotten what some of them look like. Oh, there it is. Okay. Almanya, you run around a corner, smack into a spider web, and then kind of but you manage to catch yourself before you get fully entangled and manage to step back. And then you all hear kind of this tittering noise, and you look up, and two huge bulbous shapes are crawling down the sides of the alleyway towards you.
Different direction. Different direction. Different direction.
One of them is a kind of roughly the same size as maybe Shoji, but it's this spider with this huge black abdomen, and then the front head and the legs are almost this shiny red, and it comes scuttling down towards you guys. The other one is what looks like just a tremendously fat black spider, except that at the front, instead of kind of a spider's head, it's almost like the very upper torso and shoulders of a humanoid, with a half humanoid face that ends in these spider-like mandibles and just has these two rows of four kind of glowing yellow eyes. And in its humanoid hands, it is carrying daggers. And these two things just kind of come pouring down towards you guys. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Look, Goose died from a spider. I feel like Anya sees it. First instinct is no, the fuck not, no.
I mean, the one that killed Goose before you guys ever even saw it. At least you can see these ones.
No flashback.
Okay, you and you.
Oh yeah, earlier you guys missed an earthquake here. All the stuff shakes around.
Oh, is
yeah.
that what you said?
You had an earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
there's
you were so muffled that Mary and I are sitting here going, we can't hear what you said, Beth, but cool, whatever.
yeah. No, they happen so often in
Casual.
Japan. Like, I just needed to make sure that the big TV didn't fall over because it's not like attached to anything like it should be. But yeah,
Oh my god,
I was excited. Yeah,
I'm glad it was little.
I mean it's common here. Really weird. We're just like, oh, okay. Everything's on the floor.
Okay, they rolled almost as badly as you guys did.
Oh, that's nice.
Good, I improved. We got a natural too.
Almighty, you're up first.
Solo. Okay, let's see.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let me roll for Damia. Maybe she rolls super high. Oh, not super high, but higher than you, actually. She rolls a 14 plus. Okay. So actually, Damia's going to go first, and then sorry, I need Vera. Get out. Oh, Vera goes first. Vera goes first when I roll for her. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need missing 2. Shoji, what's your roll? 6. Okay, and Galena. 5. All right. Vera's up first. Okay. Vera. Vera is going to stand right next to. She's going to step up next to Almania. Because Almania's in front and they're going for her. So she's going to step up to you, Almania, who's not at the camera, and hold her action. And she's going to attack when they get within 5 feet of Almania. Shoji, use up.
Oh, wow. Even with the 6. He really didn't do very well in the middle.
Oh, sorry. I looked at I was looking at the marching order,
Oh.
not the initiative order. Apologies.
Oh. No worries.
Damia's up. So sorry. I feel bad. Damia is going to cast that same spell that she used to distract the guards, and another spectral warrior just kind of appears right there. This one holding just a massive spear. Oh, it hovers. So she's going to put it in the air, kind of right in front of the spiders. And as soon as they move into it, it has to make a dex save. Oh, fails awfully. Oh, jeez. Okay. The spider with kind of the humanoid front continues skittering down, and this spectral guardian just jams its spear straight through it. There's a flash of radiant light, and spider blood just starts raining down on you guys, and this thing emits this high-pitched squealing noise. That hurt it a lot. Did 20 radiant damage.
Oh yeah.
4th level spells. Okay. Wait, is it any creature? Any hostile creature for the first... Oh, God. The other one needs to make a save too, then. It saves, so it will take 10. But still, 30 points of damage dealt to the spiders. All right, which continue to crawl down. Almania, it is your turn.
Great. Just like before, except with more intensity this time, I'm going to cast Shatter instead of Thunderclap. And just, I want to get both of them, if possible.
Okay. You've got it. Con saves from both?
Yeah.
All right, con save for that one. No, fails. 7 plus probably not enough. 14 plus plus 1. Does a 15 meter beat ya?
Just saves, yeah.
Just saves. Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage. First guy
Oh,
will take full.
Suck fucking ass damage. 6. The other one's gonna take 3.
Oof. Okay. Buildings, wood, stone shatter. You hear kind of yells and screams from the buildings on either side of you, and stones and wood, splintered wood, crash against these creatures. Superficial wounds, but not too much damage. What do you do? Would you like to move, or do you have a bonus action to use?
How close are they to us?
They are about 10 feet. How high? About 15 feet away from you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna drop a mantle of it. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my inspiration to give everybody 8 hit points
Okay.
and look like a fucking god while I do it. So yeah.
Yep. Runic spear appears in your hands.
I look sad.
Glory descends on your shoulders.
Glowing white feathers with like gold and like just like pastel kind of colors coming off. Look,
Rocking.
hell
Alright.
yeah. I look like a goddess. I'm here for it.
Okay. I'm sorry. There's the freaking. Okay, let's get rid of this marching order, so stop confusing. Okay. All right. So the black and red spider. So we can't do that yet. Is going to chuck a web at you, Almanya.
Rude.
On a hit. Okay, so it rolls an attack. Oh. Well, I'm assuming a 14 misses.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I had to take a moment. Like, oh god, what's my AC?
Yeah, the spider hurls a chunk of webbing at you, and you just kind of dodge out of the way, and it splashes into the webs that's already there. The other one, the other one, oh, that's fun. Okay, good. Is going to cast hold person on you, Almanya. If you would make a wisdom save.
That's an 11.
An 11. Okay. Almanya, you are held in place. You are considered paralyzed for 1 minute. You can reattempt the save at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
So that's that. Cast that. That is its action. Okay. Good. Almanya, you are held in place. It is Shoji's turn. Shoji, what you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. And they come down. Oh, and Vera attacks. Sorry, real quick. She's holding her action with her Priscilla. Yes. Attack. Ooh, 19 plus. Definitely hits. So she will do, is it 2d6 at this point? Sneak attack. 1d6. Oh, it's on the sneak attack column? Okay, I think it's 2d6. So d4 plus 2d6 plus 2 plus 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So 16 points of damage. Brings you to go. Okay. The big one with kind of the humanoid arms and a dagger comes down right next to you, Almanya, and is about to start stabbing and biting you when Vera just takes the dagger, jams it into its side, and rips outward.
Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, Shoji. Now it is your turn. Both of the spiders are kind of now on the ground at you guys, biting and slinging webs. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to cast Hex on the one that Vera just attacked. With a bonus action.
Bonus action Hex. Is there a save with that?
Let's see. Let's see.
Well, just until it ends. Nice. Okay, bonus action Hex.
Okay, and then I'd like to take my axe and chop at that same spider that Vera attacked.
Okay, roll your 2 attacks.
Ah! Oh, okay.
What was the second roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. 9 and then 19.
The second one will hit. You run up and just bury one of your axes in its abdomen.
Mm-hmm. And that's a 1d8. Awful. Does it do any extra damage?
It does. It does an extra D6 because you've hexed it.
Oh.
So go, yeah, add your strength and then that 3. So 5 plus whatever your strength is.
Oh, plus strength? Ooh. Okay, I have a strength of 4. Or
Okay.
plus 4.
So 9 points of damage. Mixing, slashing with necrotic, which it is not resistant to. Okay. So 9 points, which brings it down to that. Okay. That one is pretty hurt.
All right. And as like a like movement kind of thing, can I draw their attention to me? Be like, like to avoid attacks on other people if I can.
Roll an intimidation check.
Ooh, that's fun. Never intimidated.
What was the roll?
It was a 5.
Pretty focused on Almania. She is immobilized, paralyzed. You can see her eyes just kind of moving side to side as she
Can
tries
I
to
have-
read the spell.
Can I have moved in between the spider and Elmania? Like I go up.
Yeah, you can run up to it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be blocking the spider's way. Like, nah, you gotta get through me first.
Actually, hold on. If it's there, and that one is there. No,
We'll talk
now
about
I
the
do need
dignity.
this. Yeah, Shoji, you are the next one in order. You guys are kind of in a fairly cramped alley. So it's difficult to change your order in line, but you were right behind Almania anyway. So yeah, you can squeeze there in front of her.
Okay.
Okay. Galena, you're up. You were at the back of this line.
Am I able to squeeze past and get an attack at the spider who's most hurt?
You could.
Or could I, like, if it's a narrow alley, like parkour up the wall, like bam, bam, hop over their heads and attack?
I like that. Give me an intimidation. Give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Intimidate the narrowness of the alley. Acrobatics.
Okay.
We'll say give me an 18.
I'm
11.
rolling like trash.
You managed to get up right in front of Damia, but you're not quite within melee range of the spiders themselves.
Shoot. Okay. Golly, this is worthless, but I'm just gonna pull out my darts. I want to do something.
I think those are throwing darts.
Oh, I always imagine, when I said darts, I always imagined like a blowgun. I really want it to be, but I don't think I can throw it.
Yeah, it's like a small weighted. It's essentially like a lead slingstone, but with like a blade on it.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll an attack. I think you can throw 2. Yeah. You can
I
roll
get my
2.
extra attack with it, right?
Yeah, you can throw 2 if you'd like.
Okay. My last sweet. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, Almania, could you roll me a d20? Now could you roll me a d100?
No.
Actually, hang on, I have that. Tables. Wild magic!
Wild magic.
Almania, you never mind. You can't anyway.
What?
If you become unparalyzed, remind me that a wild magic surge happened.
Okay.
Okay, good. Galena.
I got an 18 and a 25.
Ooh, Yeah, both of those will hit.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 6.
2d4 plus 6.
6, 12.
12. Okay. All right. 2 darts jam into this thing, and its legs, which have been kind of holding it a little bit off the ground, can no longer really bear its weight, and it kind of slumps down into the alley and looks like it's having trouble now maneuvering because it can't be like partially on the wall. It's looking super hurt. Okay. That's Galena. Top of the round, Vera. Vera's going to stab it. She's going to move to the other side of it because she can do that because she's small. 2 attacks with advantage. First one actually just kills it. Takes Priscilla, jams it into the base of its skull, and then just rips it down through its jaw, and its skull just splits open, and that one slumps down in the alley. Vera goes to jump, like leap over it, jumps on top, trips, and like down to Almania's feet, and so does not attack the next one. Damia's turn. I think does she have that spell? Does not. Curses, and she needs to save those spell slots. Can that target creatures? Nope, only humanoids. Touch. Okay. Whoops. Excuse me while I hurl my mouse about. Spider needs to make a dexterity saving throws as a bolt of radiant light. Radiant light drops from the sky. Where is her spell save DC? Oh, it's really low. How is it that low? No, it's 15. So it does still save. Okay, doesn't take any damage. Almania, you are paralyzed.
Yep.
This means that you are incapacitated. You can't move or speak. Okay. Basically, it's the end of your turn.
Can I re-roll my wisdom save?
You can. You can now at the end of your turn re-roll to try and break the spell.
And it is wisdom, right?
Yes, it's hold person, so it's a wisdom save.
18.
18. Okay. You managed to kind of snap out of the paralysis. What are you doing with your turn? Oh,
You said wild magic.
it is the end of your turn, but I apologize. Hold person is a concentration spell, and the creature that put it on you died. So actually, the spell dropped immediately. So you have your full turn.
I do have wild magic though.
Yes. What are you doing with your turn?
So there's just one left. Is it the stabby one?
No,
Or-
that one is the one that died. This is just, I mean, it's a huge spider, but all of its features are spider-ish.
I want to drop another shatter.
Cool. You go to cast the spell, but as you open your beak to speak the words,
Bubbles.
a stream of pink bubbles just kind of
Bubbles.
and begin just floating gently around in the violence, and you are unable to speak for the next minute. Every time you try, pink bubbles will float out of your mouth.
Great.
You do not lose the spell slot, but you do lose your action. What would you do? You want to do anything with bonus action or movement?
Well, I'm gonna back up, I think.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
You're gonna need to. Oh, Shoji's in front of you now, not behind you. But Damia is behind you. So if you can give me just an athletics or acrobatics check to try and kind of like hop up on the wall and get around Damia if you want to move anywhere.
You said athletics? Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow athletics or acrobatics.
I'll definitely take acrobatics.
It basically depends on whether you want to like hop up on the wall around Damio or just like shove her out of the way and get past her.
That's a 19. I will do a hop and hopefully
Yeah.
succeed.
You kind of turn and look like you're about to leap, and Damia just kind of crouches down and holds out her hand and just kind of pops you over her, and then goes forward to attack the spider. Is that the end of your turn?
Let me just check really quick. Just want to make sure I don't have any bonus action spells that I could try and use that don't have verbal. Anything verbal. No. And I only have one spell that is not verbal, but it's still an action. Okay. Awesome. Great. Then I'll end my turn.
Okay. The remaining spider, you're now out of reach, and one of the spiders just or the other thing died. So it's going to grab at the smallest, most vulnerable thing near it. It's going to try and bite Vera. 18, I think, just hits her, or it's just a little bit over. It hits her. Okay. Jaws dripping with venom. It leans in, bites Vera, who takes. Well, she needs to make a con save. That was nowhere near the tray. Oh, okay. So she will take. She will take 11 points of damage, which leaves her. Oh, so really only 3. Okay. Reaches down, bites her, doesn't seem to be able to get through her leather armor very well. She cries out in pain, but manages to kind of shove its mandibles away, and it's Shoji's turn.
Okay. Can I move to flank the creature with the Vera?
It is holding itself above you guys.
Oh,
So like it's kind of suspended, kind of sideways and angled in the alley. So unless you can figure out a way to kind of get on top of it, it can clearly keep all of you in its sight range.
oh my. Okay. I'll just attack then.
Okay. Roll an attack.
And does the hex spell, was that on the one that died?
The hex was on the one that died. But you can use your bonus action to transfer it to this one if you like.
All right. That sounds good.
Okay, so bonus action to transfer it to this guy. Go ahead and roll your 2 attacks. $17 hits. And a 16 also hits. So roll 2d8 plus 8 plus 2d6. Whew.
Oh, 2d8 plus 8 plus 2d6? Wait,
Yeah,
1d6?
2d6 because you've got hex on it, which means each time you damage it, you deal an extra 1d6.
That's great.
So 2d8 is 11 plus 8 is 19 plus 2d6.
Yay!
Total of is that 25? Shoji, what does it look like? There's exactly how many hit points it had.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Oh, I want, let's see. Help me out. I can't do this. I want its thing. See if we can harvest anything from its corpse. That's all I care about. Please help me.
The fangs and just tear them out of its head.
Okay, yes, that. Give me those.
And you bend it backwards and it cracks. So until you get all the meat out, that's what you totally do. You grab the fangs and just snap them back like it's like a lot.
Yes, yes.
You know what? Mary, take inspiration.
Thank you.
Good.
That's better. That's better than what I was gonna narrate. I love it. Shoji just grabs its mandibles and just tears it apart. Shoji, you can write down that you have crypt spider mandibles.
Nice.
Did you guys want to keep hurrying or take time to continue to harvest it? I know Shoji's vote.
How long will it take for us to harvest?
It's going to take a little while. Depends on what you want to take from it. If you just want to like grab like chunks of its chitin, then pretty quick.
And
You
how
wanna-
long will it take for more monsters to show up while we're out here?
That depends on the dice and the monsters.
Mm.
I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll follow what you say.
Galena just turns away in disgust. I just turn around. Oh. I start walking to the end of the alley.
We should probably go.
Yeah. As I say, I have snail shell. I have all the weird stuff I need at this point.
All right.
Okay.
With 2 crypt spider mandibles, you guys book it on back through the city, back to your little bolt hole, because again, you guys cannot enter the Mayweather district. Okay.
These are hot.
Mary and Beth, you guys both look like you're losing it. Is everybody okay if we kind of end here for the evening?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I need to bow out anyway.
It's been a long night for a long couple of weeks, I think, for all of us, and an even longer night for the characters. So we will end with you guys taking a long rest and waking up the next morning. And we'll real quick, let's go ahead and make our con saves against the Red Harvest. So this is Almania, Damia, Galena, and Vera. Everybody has advantage either because they've had the Red Harvest before or because Damia hit you all with Lesser Restoration earlier.
What about you getting
What was that?
spark, which is supposed to help slow it?
It's going to take you a while to figure out what, like, if any of this is ash bark, and then it has to be prepared. So you're going to need to find some kind of herbalist or something. Galena.
Where'd you go?
Ooh, rough.
Constitution. Advantage, please.
So,
Net 20. Hell yeah.
natural 20. Nice. Okay. Damia needs to roll. It's my D20.
I got some good rolls this session to make up for all of poor Beth's terrible rolls. I'm sorry, Beth. That sucks.
Galena failed, and then Vera Con. 11 plus 4 is a 15. Okay. Okay. You guys wake up the next day. Almania, Damia, and Vera are doing pretty well. You still got it, but it's mostly gone. It seems like it's losing its hold on your system. Galena looks terrible.
Oh no.
Come on.
That's why I've been failing all of my stealthing and stuff. I'm not feeling well. It's just getting in there.
There you go. Galena, from what Vera describes, you have reached stage 2 of the disease.
Mm.
Whoops. Here it is. all healing on you is reduced by 1d4. All non-magical healing is reduced by 1d4 per die rolled. Meaning, if you take a short rest and you roll 3 hit dice, you regain those hit points minus 3d4. And your Constitution score and corresponding maximum hit points are reduced by 2. So your con score is reduced to 8, which means that your maximum hit points are reduced to 33 from 40. You also know, Galena, that you are beyond natural recovery from the disease. From what the Mayweathers, anecdotal evidence is that nobody recovers from stage 2. So we will end there. It is the morning of the 26th. Tomorrow you need to meet with Bird Bones to discuss the details of your alliance. And in 4 days, Samvelheims will have a party with all of the nobility, and the ghouls will overrun the city. Unless you do something about it. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Where's my thing? We hope to see you again next week as it gets even worse. Yes, it is possible. In the meantime, join Becca and crew on Monday at 6:30 for Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express. We invite you to subscribe, follow, do other things with our Twitch and YouTube channels, or check us out on our website at conicproduction.wordpress.com, where we have our social media. You can find all of our podcasts that include other actual play shows like this one. We also have a store on Redbubble. Search for Iconic Product. We have all kinds of cool things on there. Check out my friend Alex's YouTube channel, The Modular DM, where he, quote, makes everything from dungeons to taverns that can fit into just about any campaign or setting. He does the hard work so that you don't have to, and then invites you to steal it. We are also now being supported by Petrie's Family Games, a local store here in Colorado Springs. It's awesome. Go there and buy things from them. I forgot to write down my official blurb for them, so I will leave it at that before I trail off into silliness and stupidity as I am wont. Support your local game store, especially Petrie's Family Games in Colorado Springs. Thank you all so much. We hope you have a wonderful week, and until next time, stay happy, healthy, and safe.